Hey Eurovision fans, we have a new number 1 and a new number 2 in the Eurovision 2025 winning odds. I'm going to go from 37 all the way to 1, talking about each country and all of the latest news since my last video. And we'll also have a look at the national final odds. So let's kiki. Hi, my name is Tom. I'm an Irish Eurovision analyst and you can find all of this stuff on my Eurovision channel. So lots of changes since my last video. Okay, let's start off with the bottom 12 and let's start off right at the bottom with Montenegro, who've actually technically moved up one place since Moldova unfortunately withdrew from this year. So Nina Zizic still sitting at the bottom. I believe we're going to be getting a revamp of this. No news about that right now. I imagine she's probably working with Darko Dimitrov, perfecting that. I think the song does need a little bit of edge if it wants to be able to qualify. In 36th place, we have Iceland, who've moved down 15 places. So a bit of a frosty reception to their national final songs. I do think they have just one option that could potentially get them a qualification in Basel. So for me, the big story about Iceland this year is, can they qualify or not? But Iceland have really gone off the boil in the last 3 years. They were on such a good streak with Hattari, and then both of Dotti's entries, and then Sistor, and then since then they've absolutely gone off the boil. So I do feel like Song of Kepling maybe needs a little bit of a revamp. They need to do a little bit of a general health check to see what's going on, because Iceland this year, it's just going to be, can they qualify or not? In 35th place, we have Serbia, who've moved down 8 spots. It's very, very strange to see Serbia down so low because they have been one of the countries in Southeast Europe who have been competitive to win in recent years. Yeah, I have done my review to PZE. I will get to it eventually. It just takes too long to do. That's why I'm waiting for a quieter period to edit it. But yeah, very strange to see Serbia down this low. I imagine we'll get a little bit of a bump up when PZE semi-final 1 and 2 happen towards the end of February, start of March. I think they've got some good entries in PZ, but I don't think there's anything that could win Eurovision. So I understand why this is sunk down low for now. We don't get any visuals of PZ, so maybe people want to see the visuals. Okay, in 34th place, moving down 5 spots, we have Luxembourg. It's Laura Thorne singing La Poupée Monte le Sang. My reaction and analysis to that is coming really, really soon. I've already filmed it. I just need to edit. She dropping down. Again, this is another song where I feel like it's got a pretty decent chance of qualification. I don't think winning is a possibility. By the way, if you want to know all about the semi-final allocation draw, I did a video about that where I did a really deep dive analysis. You need to wear scuba gear, where I went into each semi-final and the halves and who got lucky and who didn't. Any video I reference here, I'll put in the eye and you can go watch it after this. Okay, in 33rd spot, we have San Marino moving down 5 spots. This is one of the strange things. I would expect San Marino to be below Luxembourg and Serbia, but they do have a couple of wildcard people in their national final this year. They've got a huge quantity of artists and some artists who got rejected from other national finals. So maybe people are holding on to hope with that, but San Marino's best result ever was 19th. So they've never been top 5, top 10, top 15, top 18. So for me, it's just an absolute impossibility that they win. It's not just about having a good artist on a song. You need so much infrastructure in the background in order to win Eurovision, and San Marino just don't have that. I think the artists need to self-fund to a certain degree as well. So if that's never going to happen, don't bet on San Marino. Okay, in 32nd spot, we have Spain. It's Melody singing Esa Diva. I've done a reaction and analysis to this as well. This has moved down 16 spots from before. So they were ranked 16 after the Benidorm Fest songs were released. Melody was picked and this dropped down. The consensus in the community, this is very much Spanish fans choosing what they want and love as opposed to what they think could potentially do best at Eurovision. So yes, that's reflected in the drop down the odds. I think this is absolutely impossible for this to win. The big thing for the Spanish delegation is to turn things around. They have a very poor record under their current head of delegation, Ana Maria Bordas. She's never been outside the bottom 5 when she's been head or co-head of delegation. So her big thing is getting out of the bottom 5. Winning is not on the to-do list right now. But Melody's a great artist. Maybe she can actually lead this team and come up with some innovation and have a great staging. And maybe she can jump up the odds if she can be that diva and take control of what's going on. Okay, in 31st spot, we have Latvia, who've moved down 13 spots. Super strong national final this year, which kind of withered a little bit after the semi-finals. We lost some of the fan favorites. Dautomaitas have been picked. I haven't filmed my reactions to that yet, but I'm going to check it out soon because there's been a lot of hype about their final performance. A lot of controversy there because the televote winner didn't win. Again, Latvia, the priority is getting that second qualification in a row after breaking a 6 non-qualification streak. So when the qualification odds come out, I definitely think Latvia will be an interesting one to bet on. They're in the first half of the second semi-final, currently the only country giving ethnic vibes right now. So I think think that they will stand out. But yes, in the final, I can't see this winning, so I understand why it's so low. In 30th spot, we have Albania moving up 5 places. Really, really nice to see this. So many people were complaining, why are Albania bottom of the odds? My answer to that is odds is a market. It's supply and demand. If you think that Albania can win, bet on them. Take advantage of these really, really, really long odds, which will give you more money. Bet on them, and then they'll move up the table. And it seems like people are actually starting to do that, putting their money where their mouth is. They've moved up to 30th. Really, really happy to see this. I do think this has an X factor. I'm not saying it can win at this point because Albania's never been top 4. But I do think that this has a special X factor, something in it that I would not be surprised if this started getting a lot of momentum, if the staging ended up being really, really wow. So yes, I think this is currently still too low, but I don't think it'll win. I think a lot of people don't think it will win, because if they did think it would win, it would be higher up in the odds. Definitely a great opportunity for Albania to get their first top 10 since, I think, Eugen Bushpapa. Or he was 11th, wasn't he? No, he was 11th. So Rona Nishlu in 2012, 5th, which is their best result ever. So yeah, really, really great opportunity for them to get that top 12. That's what the delegation should be aiming for, is broad appeal in the televote and the jury. When the top 10 odds come out, I think Albania is one to watch for. Okay, in 29th place, we have Slovenia. It's Clemens seeing how much time do we have left. This has moved up 5 places as well. I haven't checked this out yet. Oh my God, I'm so busy. I've increased my videos to 2 a day, and I'm still not able to keep track of all the news going on. So yeah, excited to check this out, but this has got a very, very frosty reception on social media. From what I know, it's a ballad. I don't think this has a chance to win. I think qualification is the main goal for that team as well. 28th place, we have Croatia moving down 13 places. So not a hot reception to this Dora song being released. We have to wait and see, can someone elevate when the first semi-final happens? I think the Croatian delegation will definitely want to keep on their momentum as much as possible. There's a huge amount of public support for Croatian Eurovision right now, so I think they'll want to capitalize on that. I like how competitive Dora is. I feel like there's 5-6 songs that could win, so hopefully the person who does the best package is picked, and then I think we might actually see them rise up a little bit. Georgia are in 27th. They've moved up 9 places. I think there's some rumors about Nini Iris. I believe there's some rumors that she may have submitted a song to the Georgian internal selections. Really great to know that Georgia potentially has a really strong option in her. So I think that's one of the reasons that they have moved up so much. And then our last country in the bottom 12 is Switzerland. They've moved down 6 places to 26. I don't get this at all. Switzerland has one of the best records in the last 5 years. 4th place with Luca Hani, 3rd place with John's Tears, winning with Nemo, and all qualifications as well. I don't get why they're so low. I think people are assuming because they're hosts, and there's a host curse which doesn't actually exist. The last 2 times that Sweden hosted, they came 5th and 9th. I think sometimes it is true that the broadcaster's so busy that they don't put as much time and resources into finding their entry that year because those people are busy with other things. I still think Switzerland in 26th is crazy considering their recent record. Okay, let's take a step back and look at everybody here, and we can see the biggest losers are Spain losing 16 spots after choosing their song, Iceland losing 15, Croatia losing 13, and Latvia losing 13. So those are the big losers dropping into the bottom 12. Who are the big winners? Georgia moving up 9 with this gossip about Nini Iris, and Slovenia and Albania moving up 5 spots after picking their songs, which is a good sign to move up after your song is chosen. What is my big pick in these bottom 12? I have to say Switzerland. I think it's absolutely crazy that they're 26. Only other thing I can think is that there's been no news about Switzerland. It has been total radio silence from my perspective. Maybe I missed something, but yeah, if there's no news, there's nothing really to bet on. People will usually see some fresh information, want to take advantage of that, and they'll rise up. With no news, maybe that's why people aren't betting on Switzerland. So maybe now is a good time to bet before some news drops that it's A or B or whoever they've chosen. Okay, next let's go to the middle 15. And in 25th spot, we have Norway, who have moved down 16 places, but they just moved up 1 place. They were 26th and now they're in 25th. Yeah, really, really cold reception to their national final this year. This is the weakest MGP that I've ever covered. I think they have one decent song called Lighter. There's also a fan favorite called The Game, which personally I'm not seeing the potential in right now. But yeah, again, conversation about Norway is, can they maintain their 6 qualification streak? Norway have this unbelievable record of being in the top 10, but they're always between 4th and 10th. They're never in the top 3. I think that's going to to change this year. Hopefully Kyle Alessandro with Lighter has a really good performance. They can pick him. It doesn't matter if the rest of the national final is not super strong. They can qualify and then just restructure and regroup for next year, because this is really one of Norway's weaker years. But let's wait and see what happens in MGP. Maybe some of these songs can come to life. But yes, very odd to see Norway down so low. Again, 24th spot, we have Denmark. Total inexplicable. I still don't understand this. They've moved up 2 places from 26th to 24th. Totally and utterly bizarre, despite the fact that the reception to the DMGP songs has been so incredibly lukewarm. A lot of accusations of blandness, including from yours truly. Yeah, Denmark are on this terrible trajectory right now. 4 non-qualifications in a row. DMGP is so incredibly uninspiring. I have no idea why this is 24th, whereas countries like Switzerland, Croatia, Serbia, countries who have got good records in recent years are below them. So yeah, somebody really has an undying faith in Denmark. Who are you? Reach out to me. Let's talk. I don't know what's going on, but yes, they're currently sitting in 24th despite the songs being known. In 23rd place, we have Azerbaijan, who've announced that their artist is Mama Gama. They're on a 2 non-qualification streak. They tried a duet in 2023, it didn't work. A duet in 2024, it didn't work. So now they're trying an extra man. 3 men. Will it work for them and will they qualify? If it doesn't, I think they're just going to keep adding men until they eventually reach the maximum 6. Albania are really bad patch right now, having previously been one of the strongest countries in the noughties and the 10s. They've absolutely lost their way, really trying to refine their identity and what is their niche in the contest. So priority for Azerbaijan this year is qualification. I'm not sure why they're so high in 23rd. Maybe somebody knows something about this artist or the song. It's very unusual. In 22nd spot, we have Australia. I think this is quite similar to Switzerland in just like a total lack of news. There's been some rumors about Guy Sebastian, who was their first entrant in 2015. But other than that, I've heard absolutely nothing. We're assuming it's an internal selection. It's too late for Australia to decide the national final. As soon as we start to get any information about who is the artist, what type of song it is, anything, maybe we can see this go up, but I wouldn't bet on Australia now, knowing absolutely nothing. In 21st spot, we have Poland, who've moved down 4 places. Pretty warm reception to their national final this year. TVP, their broadcaster, has had a revamp of sorts. This is a new national final with no super corrupt jury. Televote only. There's a lot of new exciting entries this year. I'm starting to hear more of the Polish music scene. This is a really good step in the right direction for Poland, but we're going to have to see how are these people live. I don't see Poland winning, but if the national final continues to grow, definitely we should be seeing Poland in the top to compete. Last time we saw Poland top near the odds was Jan with Gladiator, and then he was eliminated by the jury after they changed the rules of the contest so that he wouldn't win. That's the old TVP. Hopefully we have a new TVP. Poland should have won Eurovision by now, and I feel that that's largely down to the broadcaster being so unappealing to work with. Hopefully Poland can enter its golden era pretty soon. In 20th place, we have Cyprus moving up 11 spots. Now, I put this down to the fact that they've announced that Sergio Hayen, who did Bambi Thug staging last year, is going to be working with them. The song is going to be dancey dark pop. I believe that he did a performance in the Great National Ball, not of the song, just of him performing. And he's a good dancer. Like, he's going to be good on stage. So if he gets the right song, they've already got the right staging director. This could have potential. I understand why this is moving up. In 19th spot, we have Armenia, who moved up 3 places. They moved down 1 place today, so they were 18th down to 19th now. Their songs are being released as well. I will try to get that covered if I can. They said they weren't going to release the songs, so I didn't factor it into my schedule, and then they just kind of dumped them on us. So I'll see if I have time to do that. Generally, the reception to their songs has been pretty lukewarm. I haven't seen one particular song that everybody's loving and saying this can win. So Armenia, one of the strongest countries to have never won Eurovision. I'm not getting that they're going to do that this year. Still a bit strange that they've moved from internal selection into national final, because internal selection was working so well for them. So yeah, a little bit unusual. In 18th spot, we have Greece, who've moved up 1 place to 18th, but I'm pretty sure they were as high as 11 or 12. I think they moved up and then back down again. This is Claudia singing Astereomata. I will get my reaction up to that pretty soon, although I've already done a reaction in my national final video if you want to know my thoughts on the song. I can't see this winning, but I definitely think this is a good opportunity for Greece to get another top 10. And if they really upgrade the staging, I can see this pushing into the top 5 A lot of ifs there. They really do need to up it. I thought the national final staging was too static, so this needs an upgrade. In 17th place, moving down 4 spots, we have Emmy singing Like a Party. I've done my review to this. I think it's a very charming song, although some people not really keen on the subject matter. Emmy's been a wonderful representative so far. They're extremely lovely girl. Yeah, I don't think this can win, but again, this should be a second qualification in a row for Ireland. If they get the staging right, it's definitely got televote appeal. I can't see this winning, but I don't think that's the party for Ireland right now. I do also think that Ireland and UK do a little bit better in the bookies, because I think that Irish and British punters are possibly a bit more active on betting sites than other countries. Keep in mind that in some countries in Europe you can't bet on Eurovision. I think France and Switzerland. Actually, let me know if you know any other countries where you can't bet. Please tell me down below so I know. But I'm pretty sure those two at least. Speaking of which, in 16th place we have the UK, who've moved down 6 spots. I believe this is due to the rumours, which have almost been confirmed but not really, about Remember Monday representing them. It is a 3-piece trio singing country music from X Factor 2019. You don't hear that phrase that often. I don't think they've released too much music since then either, but this won the internal selection, so I assume the song is pretty decent. But yeah, generally there's been a pretty negative reaction to this because of their country roots, people feeling that it might not represent the UK vibe, but let's wait and see what the actual song is like. But yes, because of this news, UK have moved down. I'd say a couple of people probably betting against them. Okay, in 15th spot, we have Lithuania, who've moved up 9 places from 24th to 15th. And I think this is largely due to Catharsis, who is an indie rock group who I've been covering all of the national final in Lithuania, and my video for them had 4 times more views than everybody else. I think Lithuanians are really, really hyped for this. It does have the X factor that it could potentially win. I don't think in its current form it could. The staging's got some good concepts, but needs to be bigger. The end of the lyrics is very, very, very repetitive. It borders on a little bit annoying if you're a foreigner and you don't know what he's talking about. But that's very easily changeable with a revamp. Monica Likide's song was a little bit repetitive. She revamped and ended up coming 11th. So yes, I think a revamp could fix a lot of those problems, and then some staging elevation. Lithuania on this great streak of 4 top 14 finishes in a row. So they've got good momentum. They're super, super into Eurovision. I think 1 per population. I think they're one of the hypiest for Eurovision. So there's a lot of public support behind them. Only Baltic to have never won Eurovision as well. So I think there's lots of motivations for them. I think 15th is a fair placing because, like I said, this song does have a bit of an X factor and you need that to win. Okay, in 14th place, we have Ukraine moving down 11 spots from 3rd. I just released my reaction to this song. I just published it a couple of hours ago. I think this song is really, really lovely, but I also see why it can't win. It doesn't have enough wow, but I think it could do very, very well. It's very different kind of indie pop sound, giving a little bit of 50s, 60s vibes as well. Beautiful array of different songs that we get from Ukraine every single year. But yeah, I agree, this isn't in the contendership to win. Some people are talking about whether this can qualify or not. I think it's almost definitely going to qualify, but this might be a good one to bet on when the qualification odds come out, because so many people want to bet against it, despite Ukraine's incredible qualification record. 100%, never been outside the top 8 in a semi-final. Again, 13th place, we have Austria moving up 12 spots. They've announced their artist. It's JJ singing Wasted Love. This is going to be a popper song, so something really, really different. I'm excited to see this, what they've got, and he seems like a really incredible vocalist, so I can see why this is jumping up, because vocals are going to sound clean on stage. We know recently that the 2 jury winners have won the contest, so winning the jury has been a good omen for winning the contest in the last 2 years. So excited for that song release. In 12th spot, we have the Netherlands with Claude Cloud. No new news about him, which is why I think he's moved down a tiny bit. Really, really excited for this song release though. Netherlands on an incredible streak since they revamped their system in 2013. Definitely expecting this to qualify and potentially be a jury contender to win. And our last country in this middle 15, really happy to see this, is Malta. It's Maria Conte singing Can't, singing brackets just to clear out any confusion that there may be. This is the next video that I'm going to do my reaction and analysis to, but really wonderful to see Malta up so high. This song is super, super risky. Despite the fact it's so high up in the odds, there is a chance it could not qualify, but they could also qualify and do really, really well with the televote in the final. I think it's worth the risk, absolutely, for Malta. And if you take a risk, you are going to jump up the odds because, like I said, you've got that special something that people will actually vote for. So really happy for Malta. Okay, let's take a step back and look at that middle 15. And we can see the big losers here are Norway. We can see the big losers here are Norway moving down 16 spots and Ukraine moving down 11. The big winners are Malta moving up 19, Austria moving up 12, and Cyprus moving up 11. One of those because of the song choice and two of them because of delicious, juicy gossip. Okay, so stepping back, who's my pick from this middle 15? I would have to say Netherlands. I think they've got a good chance to win the jury. I think they're probably a little bit underrated right now. I think his song is going to be really, really strong. So potential to see that move up later on in the season. Okay, let's go to the top 10 and find out who is this new number 2 and this new number 1. And in 10th spot, we have Portugal, who have absolutely jumped from 33rd all the way up to 10th spot. Really, really warm reception to their national anthem. I think there's a couple of songs that have potential. I'm dying to check it out. I just finding the time to do such a big video. 20 songs is so much. I will do it. It's high on my priority list, I promise. But really wonderful to see them so high. I think the magic song that people are looking at is Josh. Okay, in 9th spot, we have Czechia, who've moved up 14 places from 23rd. This is because of a performance that he did in the Malta Song Contest, I think one of the semi-finals, where he did a stripped back acoustic version of his song Kiss Kiss Goodbye. The actual song is going to be an up-tempo song with a dance break, I believe. Czechia are really good at doing something different. This artist is fantastic live as well, so this has definitely got potential. I can see why this is so high. I didn't listen to the song because I don't want to get any spoilers. Really, really, really great reception. Some people even saying they think he should send the acoustic version to Eurovision. Okay, in 8th spot, we have Germany holding on strong. They haven't budged at all. They're going to have an X Factor style system at the start, and then they're going to release the songs. I think there'll be 9 songs in the final, so let's wait and see what the song release is like. But exciting to see Germany so high up in the odds, a country that has struggled in recent years, but came 12th last year. Top 10 in the jury and then 12th overall. Another country holding strong is Estonia. They have also not moved at all, staying put at 7th. Istiklal is happening this weekend, I believe, and Tommy Cash will be performing second to last. He's the big favorite, which we'll see in the national final odds, and I think that's the reason that Estonia is currently in 7th. Great to see a new country in the top 10 that we don't normally see. A lot of this is going to depend on what is Tommy's stage performance like. In 6th place, moving down 2 spots, we have Italy. Sanremo Night 1 happened last night, so the songs are all now known. So not a great sign that Italy have actually moved down 2 places. So yes, potentially I'm going to do my reaction to that hopefully tonight. I'm going to pick a group of the songs, not all of them, and react. I haven't seen an overwhelming Italy are going to win this year. But obviously Sanremo, you get a stripped back version of the staging, so you don't get to see the full visual package at that point. Okay, in 5th place, moving down 4 spots, they were our number 1 in the last video, is Belgium. Red Sebastian singing Strobe Lights. I've done a reaction to this as well. I think this is starting to settle down into where it should be in the odds. I think that number 1 was too high. It was caused by this very unusual scenario where Eurovision fans had access to the songs much earlier than anybody else. I think they wanted to take advantage and bet on that, and so it artificially rose to the top. I think now it's sinking down to a more realistic spot. I hope the Belgians don't get too fixated on this winning. I don't think this is going to win, but I think it could potentially get a good result. If the staging's really good, it sounds very different, but I just don't think the song and the artists are that winner's level personally. In 4th spot, moving up 2 places, we have France. It's Luan. She was rumored at the start of the season. She denied the rumors. When artists deny rumors, it means nothing because they're not allowed to announce it, which is why I think it's quite pointless to ask them. But France recently had this relationship with The Voice Kids and The Voice Adults. Salman won The Voice and was a judge on The Voice Kids as well. And also all of their junior Eurovision contestants come from The Voice. Luan also won The Voice, and the French head of delegation, Alexandra Redmiel, is head of delegation for both. So she gets double experience, and she's had fantastic results in Junior Vision. So she's a very good head of delegation who's built up this connection with The Voice, and it's really paying off because we know that Luan's going to be great on stage. A lot of hype for this. France moving up into 4th place because their recent record has been excellent. In 3rd place, we have Israel, who've moved up 2 spots. They've chosen their artist Yuval. It is another young lady who I think is going to be singing a ballad. I think people are betting on the fact this is probably going to do well in the televote again. I think the Israeli government are very aware that they can invest money into advertising and production for the song and try and work on getting as big of televote as possible. But like I said in my grand final analysis video last year, it's really effective for soft power, giving the impression that there is this massive widespread support for Israel, when in actuality you can win the televote quite easily with a very small amount of people who are voting 20 times. I think they see this as a great opportunity for using the contest as soft power. I believe that they're funding this to a huge degree this year. I've heard as much as €1 million, which is a really crazy amount of money. Okay, now let's go to our new number 2. And at this point in time, she may go even farther. Our number 2 is Erika Wigman singing Ik Komme. Absolutely wonderful song. I did my reaction analysis to this where I said I do think this has the potential to win Eurovision. It's got that X factor. She's incredible. We've seen recently that the televote winners have been fun and crazy. Karia, Baby Lasagna, and Erika definitely fits into that category. Would be great to see a solo female artist win the televote for the first time since Neda in 2018. Yeah, at this point in time, with the current songs that we know, this is absolutely definitely the winner of Eurovision, but we still have 25 songs left to be chosen, so still a lot of time left, but I'm expecting her to be great on stage. In her UMK performance, she couldn't hear her ear mic, and she still did a great show. I didn't even realize that she was freaking out. So imagine how she's going to be on the Eurovision stage when she doesn't have in-ear problems. And by the way, she moved up 10 spots. Finland were 12th before that. So well done to Erika. Which brings us to our number 1 country, and that is Sweden, the new number 1. They've moved up 1 spot from second. I'm not sure what the exact reason for this is. I saw some people say it was because of Clara Hammerström, but then she came second in her semi-final. So not sure why. Maybe it's hype for Måns Zelmerlöw. Maybe it's hype for Malu Pritz. For Malu, who's coming up in this semi-final, I think it's also just the fact there are so many potential people who could have a really great pop song and great staging. So Sweden always are the best secret box to hold on to. At this point in time, we have 12 countries which have chosen their song. We also have countries who have national finals with a limited amount of songs. And then we have the mystery countries, the magic boxes, internal selections, countries who haven't released all their songs yet, like Sweden and Germany. So I think some people are saying, let's pick a magic box. And Sweden are the most reliable one. You know that they'll be top 10 in the jury. Like I said, winning the jury in recent years has been a big thing in winning Eurovision. So I think lots of different reasons. I don't think there's one particular thing why people are betting on Sweden, but they are the new number 1 in the Eurovision odds. And funnily enough, if you look at this top 3, Sweden, Finland, and Israel, it is the same top 3 that we had in 2023 in the exact same order as well of first, second, and third. Okay, literally just as I just reloaded the page, France have moved up to third ahead of Israel. This is what happens with these. I didn't take a photo of it. Things can change so incredibly quickly. You just saw it happen live. Did any other changes happen? Yes, Serbia moved up 1 spot. I need to get these videos out so quickly or everything changes. Let's take a step back and look at the top 10 and see who do I think is a good person to bet on. I think Sweden's a little bit overrated there, so even betting against them potentially might be a good bet. I think Erika has definitely got a shot to win. You can currently get as high as 11 in decimal odds if you want to bet on her. I think that's a pretty good result if you want to do a place betting. Yeah, but largely I agree with who's in the top 10. These are countries who have got a good record of doing well, or they've got some sort of storyline which you can see that they could do well at Eurovision. Let's take a quick whiz around the national finals, and let's go to San Remo first. I'm taking a photo of this because it changes so quickly. At this exact moment in time, the favorite is Simone Cristici, who I believe has a very tender ballad. I'm looking forward to checking that out later. I believe that song is very heavy on the lyrics though, so I don't know how it will translate in Eurovision. Let's go to Norway's MGP, and we can see that their current favorite is Carl Alessandro. I absolutely agree with that. Natalie in a second with the game. I'm not hearing the magic there. I think Carl is their best qualification shot at this point in time. Let's go to Eurovision.lt, and currently Catharsis are the number 1, 37% chance of them winning. That was the song I was talking about earlier, the indie rock song. Lion Cheka used to be known as Alan Chico. In second place, I think that song is a little bit too out there for Eurovision. Who knows? Let's see if he can rise to the occasion. Let's have a look at Melodifestivalen, and Måns Zelmerlöw continues to be the absolute and outer favorite. I think he was at 40%, and then my next video was 41, and now he's at 44. So his lead is growing. Erik Segerstedt moving up to third place. He won semi-final number 2. I don't get that. I thought it was fine. I don't think it was that good. But yes, the Melodifestivalen public definitely vote differently. Definitely just vote for what they want. They don't vote strategically for Eurovision. They're like, I like this, I vote for this. That's one of the things about Melodifestivalen. It is its own standalone show. Still lots more songs though to come in Melodifestivalen. We have 3 semi-finals left. Let's have a look at Istilal. And we can see the winner here by a mile is Tommy Cash with 65%. I think this is his to lose. He just needs to put on a good show, get to the super final, and then I think he'll win the super final pretty easily, unless someone else really steps up. Let's have a look at Dansk MGP. Leader right now is Sissal, 42%. I think Andreas Kruse has a chance as well. He's on 13%. But I think the main thing for Denmark right now is qualifying. I don't see them qualifying at this point in time. So I think if they do, that'll be quite a success for them. Okay, that is a roundup of all of the Eurovision odds. What did you think? Leave me a comment in the comment section down below. Thank you to those who have been supporting me on PayPal and buying me coffee. If you want to support the channel, I'll leave a link for you here. And of course, thank you to all my wonderful patrons for patronizing me from all around the world. On my Patreon, you can get the original audio, early releases. You can be in the credits and you can support the channel. Go check it out if you're a fan. But thank you so much just for being here, and I'm seeing another Eurovision odds analysis very, very, very soon. Goodbye.